Welcome back to our channel. Today we are covering question and answers on ServiceNow CAD. To find the complete list of question and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. Our team is working hard to keep the content up to date. If you find this video helpful, please let us know in the comment. We really appreciate if you like and subscribe to our channel. Today's question is, what is the purpose of the application picker? Option A. Select an application to run. Option B. Select an application as a favorite in the application navigator. Option C. Choose an application to edit and set the application scope most voted. And option D. Choose an application to download and install. The correct answer is option C. Next question is, what are application files in a ServiceNow application? Option A. An XML export of an application's table records. Option B. CSV file containing data imported into an application. Option C. ServiceNow artifacts comprising an application most voted. And option D. XML exports of an application's update set. And the correct answer is option C. Next question is, which one of the following is not true for modules? Option A. Modules open content pages. Option B. Access to modules is controlled with roles. Option C. Every module must be a part of an application menu. And option D. Every module must be associated with a table. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, a graphical view of relationships among tables is a option A. Schema map. Option B. Dependency view. Option C. Graphical user interface. And option D. Map source report. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, which one of the following is true for the application picker? Option A. All custom application scope and the global scope appear in the application picker. Option B. All applications in ServiceNow, including baseline applications like incident, appear in the application picker. Option C. Only custom applications appear in the application picker. And option D. Only downloaded applications appear in the application picker. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, when creating an application through the guided application creator, which of the following is a user experience options? Option A. Portal. Option B. Mobile. Option C. Self-service. And option D. Workspace. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, when Writing a client to provide feedback targeted at specific field, which method should be used? Please go through the options. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, which actions can a business rule take without scripting? Option A, set fields values and write to the system log. Option B, set field values and generate an event. Option C, set field values and add message. And option D, set field values and query the database. And the correct answer is option C. Next question is, which server-side object provides methods for working with dates when writing a script in a privately scoped application? Option A, glide data time. Option B, glide record. Option C, glide system. And option D, current. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, application developers can specify which ServiceNow page a user sees after submitting a new record using the Record Producer UI. How is the page specified? Option A, create an application property to store the URL. Option B, configure the page in the module that opens the Record Producer UI. Option C, write an after business rules script for the Record Producer's table window redirect. And option D, write a script in the Record Producer's script field producer redirect URL. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, identify characteristics of a record producer. Choose three options. Option A, all records created using this strategy are inserted into the request item. Option B, each field prompts the user with the question rather than a field label. Option C, you can script behaviors of fields in the user interface. And option D, graphs can be included on the user interface. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, which script types execute on the server? Choose three options. Option A, business rule. Option B, client scripts. Option C, UI policies. Option D, script actions. And option E, scheduled jobs. And the correct answer is option A. Thank you. Welcome back to our channel. Today we are covering ServiceNow CAD. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. Our team is working hard to keep the content up to date. If you find this video helpful, please let us know in the comment. We really appreciate if you like and subscribe to our channel. Today's question is, when creating a table in a privately scoped application, which four access controls are created for the table? Option A, insert, delete, query, write. Option B, create, delete, read, write. Option C, create, delete, read, update. And option D, insert, delete, query, update. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, which one of the following is true for this script fragment? Option A, there is no GUserHasRole method. Option B, the method returns false only if the currently logged in user has the xMyApp user role. Option C, the method returns true only if the currently logged in user has the xMyApp user role. And option D, the method returns true if the currently logged in user has the xMyApp user role or the admin role. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, which one of the following database operations cannot be controlled with application access? Option A, query. Option B, update. Option C, create. And option D, delete. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, for application access there is a configuration option called allow access to this table via web services. Which one of the following statements is true when this option is selected? Option A, this option restricts the ability to delete records via web services, but records can always be read. Option B, even when not selected, users with the correct permissions can use web services to access the table's records. Option C, this option restricts access only to SOAP web services but does not apply to REST. And option D, the user performing the query via web services must have the correct permissions to access the table's records. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, which of the following statement must evaluate to true for a user to pass an access control? Choose three options. Option A, the user has one of the roles specified in the required roles related list. Option B, scripts configured in the access control must evaluate to true. Option C, other matching access controls for the records evaluate to true. Option D, conditions configured in the access control must evaluate to true. And option E, the user must be granted access through a business rule. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, Which server-side object provides method for working with dates when writing a script in a privately scoped application? Option A, glide date time. Option B, glide record. Option C, glide system. And option D, current. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, which one of the following is not an example of when an application might use a scheduled script execution? Option A, the application needs to send weekly email reminders to requesters for all records on a table. Option B, the application needs to run a clean-up script on the last day of every month. Option C, the application needs to query the database every day to look for unassigned records. And option D, the application needs to run a client-side script at the same time every day. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, which one of the following objects cannot be used in a script action script? Option A, previous. Option B, glide record. Option C, event. And option D, current. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, how does ServiceNow match inbound email to existing records? Option A, watermark. Option B, record link. Option C, subject line. And option D, SYS ID. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, when debugging email notifications, what must you check on a user record? Choose three options. Option A, active must be true. Option B, the first name and last name fields must have rules. Option C, the value in the notification field must be set to enabled. Option D, the user must not be logged out. And option E, the email field must have a value. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, which of the following method is not part of the ServiceNow REST API? Option A, copy. Option B, get. Option C, delete. And option D, post. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, you are developing the MyApp application that has a table. Table A, when the MyApp application is installed on an instance, you want Table A's record to be installed as part of the application. Table A's record will be installed when option A, Table A is active and extends the task table. Option B, Table A's records are added to the application record using the create application files. Option C, context menu item most voted. Option C, Table A has an automatic number counter for new records. And option D, Table A is not included in the system clone, exclude table list. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, how can an application link to a repository behind a firewall? Option A, this option is not supported. Option B, link an application to source control through a MID server. Option D, link an application to source control through an access token. And option D, link an application to source control with multi-factor authentication. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, what is ServiceNow Store? Option A. Downloadable content ServiceNow script archive. Option B. Alternate name for the ServiceNow developer share site. Option C. The source for ServiceNow community created developer content. And option D. Marketplace for free and paid certified ServiceNow applications and integrations. And the correct answer is option D. Thank you. Welcome back to our channel. Today we are covering question and answers on ServiceNow CAD. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. Our team is working hard to keep the content up to date. If you find this video helpful, please let us know in the comment. We really appreciate if you like and subscribe to our channel. Today's question is, which of the following object does a display business rule not have access to? Option A. Previous. Option B. Glide system. Option C. G scratchpad. And option D. Current. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, when creating an application through the guided application creator, which of the following is not an option for creating a table? Option A. Create table from template. Option B. Create table from scratch. Option C. Extend a table. And option D. Upload spreadsheet. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, server-side scripts manage what? Option A. Database and backend most voted. Option B. Playbook access. Option C. User access. And option D. Forms and fields. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, which initiative development interface guides users through the initial application development process? Option A. Guided Tool Designer. Option B. Guided Application Creator. Option C. ServiceNow Studio. And option D. Flow Designer. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, what are some benefits of developing private scope applications? Choose two options. Option A. To avoid using a code repository like GitHub or GitLab. Option B. To reduce risk at code collisions. Option C. To enable installation and uninstallation of an application. And option D. To replicate ServiceNow functions or private scope. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, what records are used to track cross-scope applications or scripts that request access to an application, application resource, or event? Option A. Restricted caller access records. Option B. Caller tracking records. Option C. Access control level records. And option D. Cross-scope access records. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, which ATF test steps allow you to create a user with speeded roles and groups for the test? Option A. Create a group. Option B. Impersonation. Option C. Create a user. And option D, create a role. The correct answer is option C. Next question is, what plugin enables the guided application creator? Please go through the options. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, which of the following can be an external data source for a ServiceNow application? Option A, Microsoft Excel file. Option B, data provided by a public web service using SOAP or REST. Option C, CSV file. And option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option D. Next question is, which one of the following is true for the application picker and application scope? Option A, global is a reserved application which does not appear in the application picker. Option B, selecting an application from the application picker does not set the application scope. Option C, selecting an application from the application picker sets the application scope. And option D, selecting global in the application picker sets the application scope to incident. And the correct answer is option C. Next question is, which of the following is an available feature in Studio? Choose two options. Option A, push to update set. Option B, merge branches. Option C, search code. And option D, push to external source control. And the correct answer is option C. Next question is, why would you build a custom app? Choose two options. Option A, to avoid using a code repository like GitHub or GitLab. Option B, to replace ServiceNow based tables. Option C, to fulfill a specific use case on internal processes. And option D, to create a custom integration for a third-party system. The correct answer is option C. Next question is, which one of the following is not part of the form designer? Option A, page header. Option B, schema map. Option C, field navigator. And option D, form layout. The correct answer is option B. Next question is, which one of the following is true for a script include with a protection policy value of protected? Option A, any user with protected edit role can see and edit the script include. Option B, the protection policy option can only be enabled by a user with the admin role. Option C, the protection policy is applied only if the Glide app apply protection system property value is true. And option D, the protection policy is applied only if the application is downloaded from the ServiceNow App Store. The correct answer is option D. Next question is, when designing and creating a form, what do you create to organize fields on a form? Option A, buttons. Option B, tabs. Option C, sections. And option D, related lists. The correct answer is option C. Next question is, which one of the following is a good practice for adding instructions to a form? Option A, related links to wiki pages. Option B, a context menu UI action. Option C, annotations. And option D, a populated read-only field. The correct answer is option C. Next question is, which of the following glide record methods run a query against a database table? Choose three options. Option A, get. Option B, run query. Option C, query. Option D, underscore query. And option E, get. The correct answer is option C. Next question is, in a business rule, which one of the following returns the SYS ID of the currently logged in user? Option A, gform get user ID. Option B, gs get user SYS ID. Option C, gs get user ID. And option D, gform get user SYS ID. The correct answer is option C. Thank you. Welcome back to our channel. Today we are covering question and answers on ServiceNow CAD. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. Our team is working hard to keep the content up to date. If you find this video helpful, please let us know in the comment. We really appreciate if you like and subscribe to our channel. Today's question is, access control debug information identifies whether each element of an access control granted or denied access. The elements appear in the debug information in the order of evaluation. In which order are the elements of an access control evaluated? Option A, conditions, roles, script. Option B, conditions, script, roles. Option C, roles, conditions, script. And option D, script, conditions, roles. The correct answer is option C. Next question is, assume a table called table exists and contains three fields. Field 1, field 2 and field 3. Examine the access control list for table. Which field or fields can a user with the it-ill role read? Option A, all fields except field 3. Option B, field 1, field 2 and field 3. Option C, field 1 and field 3. And option D, field 3 only. The correct answer is option D. Next question is, assume a table called table exists and contains three fields, field 1, field 2 and field 3. Examine the access control list for table. Please go through the list. The correct answer is, which field or fields can a user with the it-ill role read? Option A, field 3 only. Option B, field 1 and field 3. Option C, all fields. And option D, all fields except fields 3. The correct answer is option D. Next question is, which of the following is not a caller access field option? Option A, caller tracking. Option B, caller restriction. Option C, none. And option D, caller permission. The correct answer is option D. Next question is, which method is used to retrieve application property values in a script? Option A, G as GAT property. Option B, G from get app property. Option C, G from get property. And option D, G as get app property. The correct answer is option A. Next question is, what module link type is used to access an application properties page? Option A, single record. Option B, HTML from arguments. Option C, URL from arguments. And option D, script from arguments. The correct answer is option C. Next question is, identify the way an application can respond to an event generated by the GS event queue method. Option A, script action. Option B, scheduled script execution. These are the methods. A, script action. B, scheduled script execution. Option C, UI policy. And D, email notifications. And the options are A, B and C. Option B, B and C. Option C, A and D. And option D, A and C. The correct answer is option C. Next question is, when troubleshooting and debugging notifications, where do you navigate to see if an email was sent response to an event? Option A, system logs events. Option B, system logs emails. Option C, system logs push notifications. And option D, system logs ICE logs. The correct answer is option B. Next question is, what are the benefits of storing the majority of an application server-side script logic in a script include? A, this makes execution faster. B, only run when called from a script. C, the script logic can be hidden when the application is installed from the ServiceNow store. D, for some changes to application logic there is only one place to make edits. Option A, B and D. Option B, A, B, C and D. Option C, B, C and D. And option D, A, B and C. The correct answer is option C. Next question is, which of the following is not a flow designer feature? Option A, run a flow from a catalog item. Option B, call a flow from another flow or subflow most voted. Option C, add stages to a flow. And option D, test a flow using the run as feature. The correct answer is option B. Next question is, what is the purpose of the callSec field when importing data? Option A, if a match is not found, the existing record is updated. Option B, to determine if a record matches an existing record or is a new record. Option C, to identify and merge duplicate records. And option D, when a match is found, a new record is inserted. The correct answer is option B. Next question is, if you create a SOAP message, what syntax indicates a variable to pass when the function is called? Please go through the options. The correct answer is option B. Next question is, which of the following is not a way to install an application on a ServiceNow instance? Option A. Install an application from the application repository. Option B. Select the copy button on the application record. Option C. Download and install an application from the ServiceNow share website. And option D. Download and install a third-party application from the ServiceNow store. The correct answer is option B. Next question is, using custom UI test step in automated test framework, which of the following is not a testable page component? Option A. Buttons. Option B. UI controls. Option C. UI pages. And option D. Form field values. The correct answer is option D. Next question is, Flow Designer supports variable data types to store, record data and complex data. Which of the following are supported variable data types? Choose three options. Option A. Choice data type. Option B. Array reference data type. Option C. Integer data type. Option D. Freedom data type. Option E. Array boolean data type. And option E. Label data type. The correct answer is option A, C and E. If you are looking for any particular certification which is currently not available on our channel, please mention that in the comment. Our team will prioritize those. Thank you. Welcome back to our channel. Today we are covering question and answers on ServiceNow CAD. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. Our team is doing very hard to keep the content up to date. If you find this video helpful, please let us know in the comment. We really appreciate if you like and subscribe to our channel. Today's question is, which of the following statements is true for the form designer? A. To add a field to the form layout, drag the field from the Fields tab to the desired destination on the form. Option B. B. To create a new field on a forms table, drag the appropriate data type from the Field Types tab to the form and then configure the new field. C. To remove a field from a form layout, hover over the field to enable the action buttons and select the delete button. D. To add a section to the form layout, drag it from the field type tab to the desired destination on the form. Option A, B, C and D. Option B, B, C and D. Option C, A, B and D. And option D, A, B and C. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, which of the following are configured in an email notification? A. Who will receive the notification? B. What content will be in the notification? C. When to send the notification? D. How to send the notification? Options are option A, B and C. Option B, A, B and D. Option C, B, C and D. And option D, A, C and D. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, to see what script reports and other application artifacts will be in a published application. Option A. Enter the name of the application in the global search field. Option B. Open the list of updates sets for the instance. Option C. Examine the application files related list in the application to be published most voted. And option D. Open the artifact records individually to verify the value in the application field. And the correct answer is option C. Next question is, which one of the following is not a debugging strategy for client-side scripts? Option A. gform add info message. Option B. Field watcher. Option C. JSLog. And option D. GSLog. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, which application access configuration field are not available if the can read configuration field is not selected? Option A. All access to this table via web services. Option B. Can create, can update and can delete most voted. Option C. Can read does not affect the availability of other application access fields. And option D. Allow configuration. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, which of the following is not a trigger type in Flow Designer? Option A. Outbound email. Option B. Application. Option C. Record. And option D. Schedule. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, when creating new application files in a scope application, cross-scope access is turned on by default in which of the following? Option A. REST message. Option B. Table. Option C. Script include. And option D. Workflow. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, in an email notification, which one of the following is not true for the weight field? Option A. Only notifications with the highest weight for the same record and recipients are sent. Option B. A weight value of 0 means that no email should be sent most voted. Option C. The weight value defaults to 0. And option D. A weight value of 0 means the notification is always sent when the notifications when to send criteria is met. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, which of the following objects does a display business rule not have access to? Option A. Previous. Option B. Glide system. Option C. G Scratchpad. And option D. Current. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, which of the following features are available to global applications? Choose two options. Option A. Automated test framework. Option B. Source control. Option C. Delegated development. And option D. Flow designer. And the correct answer is option A and D. Next question is, which one of the following is not a UI action type? Option A, list choice. Option B, form button. Option C, list banner button. And option D, form choice. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, which of the following is not supported by Flow Designer? Option A, call a sub-flow from a flow. Option B, test flow with rollback. Option C, use delegated developer. And option D, run a flow from a metric-based trigger. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, which of the following are true for reports in ServiceNow? Choose three options. Option A, any user can see any reports shared with them. Option B, can be a graphical representation of data most voted. Option C, all users can generate reports on any table. Option D, can be run on demand by authorized users most voted. And option E, can be scheduled to be run and distributed by email most voted. And the correct answer is option B, D and E. Next question is, modules must have a link type. Which one of the following is a list of link types? Option A, list of records, separator, catalog type, roles. Option B, assessment, list of records, separator, timeline page. Option C, list of records, content page, order, URL. And option D, assessment, list of records, content page, roles. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, when working in the form designer configuration, the label of a field in a child table changes the label of which tables? Option A, base table. Option B, child table. Option C, parent table. And option D, all tables. And the correct answer is option B. Thank you. Welcome back to our channel. Today we are covering question and answers on ServiceNow CAD. To find the complete list of question and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. Our team is working hard to keep this content up to date. If you find this video helpful, please let us know in the comment. We really appreciate if you like and subscribe to our channel. So today's question is, which one of the following is true? Option A, a UI policy's actions execute before the UI policy's script most voted. Option B, the execution order for a UI policy's scripts and actions is determined at runtime. Option C, a UI policy's scripts execute before the UI policy's actions. And option D, a UI policy's actions and scripts execute at the same time. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, here is the business roles script template. Please go through the script. This type of JavaScript function is known as option A, constructor. Option B, scoped. Option C, anonymous. And option D, self-invoking most voted? And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, which method all returns true only if the currently logged in user has the catalog admin role and in other case? Option A, user has role catalog admin. Option B, G user has role exactly catalog admin most voted. Option C, G user has role only catalog admin. And option D, G user has role from list catalog admin. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, there is a basic strategy when creating a utils script include identify the step that does not belong. Option A, identify the table. Option B, script the functions. Option C, create a class. And option D, create a prototype object from the new class. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, which role grants access to source control repository operations such as importing applications from source control or linking an application to source control? Choose two options. Option A, source control. Option B, source control admin. Option C, admin. And option D, git admin. And the correct answer is option A and C. Moving to the next question. When configuring the content of an email notification, which syntax should be used to reference the properties of an event triggering the notification? Please go through the options. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, which one of the following is true for a script include with a protection policy value of protected? Option A, any user with the protected edit rule can see and edit the script include. Option B, the protection policy option can only be enabled by a user with the admin role. Option C, the protection policy is applied only if the Glide app apply protection system property value is true. And option D, the protection policy is applied only if the application is downloaded from the ServiceNow app store most voted. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, which one of the following is true for a glide user methods? Option A, can be used in client scripts and UI policies only. Option B, can be used in business rules only. Option C, can be used in client scripts, UI policies and UI actions. And option D, can be used in business rules and scripts includes. And the correct answer is option C. Next question is, when configuring a module, what does the override application menu rules configuration option do? Option A, users with the module role but without access to the application menu access the module. Option B, self-service users can access the module even though they do not have roles. Option C, admin is given access to the module even if access controls would ordinarily prevent access. And option D, users with access to the application menu can see the module even if they don't have the module role. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, which platform feature can be used to determine the relationships between filled in an import set table to filled in an existing ServiceNow table. Option A, business service management map. Option B, data sources. Option C, transform map. And option D, CI relationship builder. And the correct answer is option C. Next question is, when configuration a REST message, the endpoint is option A, the commands to the REST script to stop execution. Option B, the URI of the data to be accessed, queried, or modified. Option C, information about the format of the returned data. And option D, the response from the provider indicating there is no data to send back. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, when evaluating access controls, ServiceNow searches and evaluates. Option A, only for matches on the current table. Option B, only for matches on the current field. Option C, from the most specific match to the most generic match most voted. And option D, from the most generic match to the most specific match. And the correct answer is option C. Next question is, in a business rule, which one of the following returns true if the currently logged in user has the admin role? Please go through the options. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, from the list below, identify one reason an application might not be a good fit with ServiceNow. The application, option A, needs workflow to manage processes. Option B, require as is use of low-level programming libraries. Option C, requires reporting capabilities. And option D, uses forms extensively to interact with data. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, identify the incorrect statement about delegated development in ServiceNow. Option A, administrators can grant non-admin users the ability to develop global applications most voted. Option B, administrators can specify which application file types the developer can access. Option C, administrator can grant the developer access to script fields. And option D, administrators can grant the developer access to security records. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, one of the uses of the ServiceNow REST API Explorer is option A, practice using REST to interact with public data providers. Option B, find resources on the web for learning about REST. Option C, convert SOAP message functions to REST methods. And option D, create sample code for sending REST requests to ServiceNow hide solution discussion. And the correct answer is option D. Thank you. Welcome back to our channel. Today we are covering ServiceNow CAD. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. Our team is working hard to keep the content up to date. If you find this video helpful, please let us know in the comment. We really appreciate if you like and subscribe to our channel. Today's question is, which one of the following is true regarding application scope? Option A, all applications are automatically part of the global scope. Option B, applications downloaded from Third-party ServiceNow application developers cannot have naming conflicts (RD). Option C. Any developer can edit any application. And option D. Developers can choose the prefix for a scope's namespace. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, which one of the following is the baseline behavior of a table in a privately scoped application? Option A. The table and its data are not accessible using web services. Option B. Any business rule can read, write, delete, and update from the table. Option C. Only artifacts in the table's application can read from the table. And option D. All application scopes can read from the table. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, which one of the following is not a purpose of application scoping? Option A. Provide a relationship between application artifacts. Option B. Provide a way of tracking the user who developed an application most voted. Option C. Provide a namespace to prevent cross-application name collisions. And option D. Provide controls for how scripts from another scope can alter tables in a scoped application. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, it is best practice to define the business requirements and process an application will manage as part of the application development plan. What are some of the considerations to document as part of the business process? Option A. Business problem, data input output, users stakeholders, and process steps. Option B. Business problem, data input output, project schedule, and process steps. Option C. Business problem, data input output, users stakeholders, and database capacity. And option D. Business problem, users stakeholders, available licenses, and database capacity. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, which of the following statements does not apply when extending an existing table? Option A. The parent table's access controls are evaluated when determining access to the new table's records and fields. Option B. The new table inherits the functionality built into the parent table. Option C. The new table inherits all the fields from the parent table. And option D. You must script and configure all required behaviors most voted. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, which of the following cannot be debugged using the field watcher? Option A. Business rules. Option B. Script includes. Option C. Client scripts. And option D. Access controls. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, which objects can be used in inbound action scripts? Option A. Current and previous. Option B. Current and email most voted. Option C. Current and event. And option D. Current and producer. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, which one of the following is part of the client-side scripting API? Option A. Workflow Scratchpad. Option B. Glide user object. Option C. Current and previous objects. And option D. Glide system object. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, application developers configure ServiceNow using industry standard JavaScript to option A. Enable the right click to edit the context menus on applications in the navigator. Option B. Extend and add functionality. Option C. Customize the organization's company logo and banner text. And option D. Configure the outgoing email display name, hide solution discussion. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, how many applications menus can an application have? Option A, 3, 1 for an application's user modules, 1 for an application administrator modules, and 1 for the ServiceNow administrators modules. Option B, as many as the application design requires. Option C, 2, 1 for an application's user modules and 1 for an application's administrator modules. And option D, 1 which is used for all application modules. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, the source control operation used to store local changes on an instance for later application is called option A, branch, option B, tag, option C, stash, and option D, update set. And the correct answer is option C. Next question is, what syntax is used in a record producer script to access values from record producer form fields? Option A, producer field name. Option B, producer variable name. Option C, current variable name. And option D, current field name. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, which of the following methods prints a message on a blue background to the top of the current form by default? Please go through the options. And the correct answer is option B. Moving to next question. A scoped application containing Flow Designer content dedicated to a particular application is called option A, spoke, option B, bundle, option C, action, and option D, flow. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, what is a module? Option A, the functionality within an application menu such as opening a page in the content frame or a separate tab or window. Option B, a group of menus or pages providing related information and functionality to end users. Option C, a way of helping users quickly access information and services by filtering the items in the application navigator. And option D, a web-based way of providing software to end users. And the correct answer is option A. Thank you. Welcome back to our channel. Today we are covering ServiceNow CAD. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. Our team is working hard to keep the content up to date. If you find this video helpful, please let us know in the comment. We really appreciate if you like and subscribe to our channel. Today's question is, which source control operation is available from both Studio and the Git repository? Option A, create branch Option A, create branch. Option B, apply remote changes. Option C, stash local changes. And option D, edit repository configurations. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, which one of the following is not required to link a ServiceNow application to a Git repository? Option A, password. Option B, URL. Option C, username. And option D, application name. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, which part type can be created by right-clicking on a column header in a tables list? Option A, bar chart, pie chart, histogram, and line. Option B, bar chart. Option C, bar chart, pie chart, and histogram. And option D, bar chart and pie chart. The correct answer is option B. Moving to next question. Which one of the following is not a method used for a logging message in a server-side script for a privately scoped application? Option A, gslog. Option B, gserror. Option C, gswarn. And option D, gsdebug. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, if the create module field is selected when creating a table, what is the new module's default behavior? Option A, open an empty form so new records can be created. Option B, open a link to a wiki article with instructions on how to customize the behavior of the new module. Option C, display an empty home page for the application. And option D, display a list of all records from the table. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, how must application access be configured to prevent all other private application scopes from creating configuration records on an application's data tables? Option A, you must create access controls to prevent all other application scopes from creating configuration records on an application's data tables rather than using application access. Option B, set the accessible from field value to all application scope and deselect the can create option. Option C, set the accessible from field value to this application scope only and deselect the allow access to this table via web services option. And option D, set the accessible from field value to this application scope only most voted. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, what are some of the benefits of extending an existing table such as the task table when creating a new application? A, you can repurpose existing fields by simply changing the label. B, use existing field with no modifications. C, existing logging from the parent table will be automatically applied to the new table. D, all the parent table records are copied to the new table. Option A, B, C and D. Option B, A and B. Option C, B and C. And option D, A, B and C. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, when configuring an access control which has no condition or script, which one of the following statements is not true? Option A, table will grant access to every field in a record. Option B, table none will grant access to every record on the table. Option C, table field will grant access to a specific field in a record. And option D, table ID will grant access to a specific record on the table most voted. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is, which of the following methods are useful in access control scripts? Option A, G user has role and current is new record. Option B, GS has role and current is new record. Option C, G user has role and current is new. And option D, GS has role and current is new. And the correct answer is option B. Next question is, which one of the following client-side scripts apply to record producers? Option A, catalog client scripts and catalog UI policies. Option B, UI scripts and UI actions. Option D, UI scripts and record producer scripts. And option D, client scripts and UI policies. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, when a ServiceNow instance requests information from a web service, ServiceNow is a web service. Option A, publisher. Option B, specialist. Option C, provider. And option D, consumer. The correct answer is option D. Next question is, which one of the following is the fastest way to create and configure a record producer? Option A, create a catalog category, open the category, and select the Add New Record Producer button. Option B, use the record producer module, then add and configure all variables manually. Option C, open the table in the table records and select the Add to Service Catalog related link most. And option D, open the tables form, right click on the form header and select the Create Record Producer menu item. And the correct answer is option C. Next question is, which object can you use in a scheduled script execution script? Option A, glide record and current. Option B, glide user and glide record. Option C, glide system and glide record. And option D, glide system and current. And the correct answer is option C. Next question is, can inherited fields be deleted from a table? Option A, yes. Select the red X in the leftmost column in the table definition. Option B, yes, but only if they are text fields. Option C, yes, but only if there has never been any saved field data. And option D, no inherited fields cannot be deleted from a child table. And the correct answer is option D. Thank you.